Howdy, howdy. I got trades. I got whatnot purchases. I got one crowdfund that came in. It is mail day. And this here might be the most expensive collectible I've ever owned. And I cannot believe I'm holding it. I'm going to share it with you at the very end. Stick around. This was a trade. This is something no one else has, but it's not a stone foil. I think it's better. So I'm going to put this right here next to True Story, No Lives, personally signed card. You saw me not rip this, but open it. Enlightenment. I just couldn't help myself. I put it in a perfect fit, put it in a mag case because I think that's so cool. And maybe there's a theme with that card and this card. But let's look at my mail day. Not nearly, stop that. I need to get some card stands, I guess. Maybe that'll be in next week's mail day, hopefully. Goodness gracious, I cannot get these in stand. All right, we got whatnot purchases first. Normally you'll see me you'll see me open so many packages from the Legendary Breaks, and now Legendary's Lair. But I didn't buy much last week. Last week, all I did was I bought some top loaders because he was doing a buyer's giveaway and I did not buy anything that day. And there was only one other person there. So he's running a giveaway, buyer's giveaway, only one other person there. I quickly fumbled my phone trying to just buy something from the shop. Ended up buying some top loaders, which is the last thing I want. I have so many top loaders. I thought I was buying mag cases, because I actually do want some more mag cases. But anyways, so I ended up buying top loaders, and then my app froze. And so I couldn't even get in the buyer's giveaway. I felt that was so dumb. I'm like, it's whatever. But Legend being Legend was like, hey, I appreciate you trying to jump in. He's always doing some cool, I'm in all of the streams. He's probably kind of like, man, this guy is a little stalkerish. I don't know. But he ended up throwing in a Ocean Breaker formless just for my attempts. So I do appreciate that, Legend. This is a really cool formless foil to get. So very excited to get that and more top loaders, I guess. You wanna buy these from me? Cause I got so many. But these are clear. The ones that I have are more bluish, but this one is a little unclear. Also from some Palmetto cards. I guess I didn't buy anything from them, but I want a giveaway pack. So if you want to see me rip this giveaway pack, like and subscribe because I do pack rips on my shorts. And most recently from some giveaway packs, I ripped some really cool stuff. One of them was a dud, but you don't want to watch that again. So thank you, Palmetto Cards, for the giving. Now, I think everything else I have in this box is from Caster. Not Caster, Hobby Club. So last week we had the moment, I will put the graphic here if I remember, with what I'm calling the night of oops, all OCMs. And if you weren't part of that, basically what happened was he had a case or an almost case of collector bundles, which should have OCMs about 1 out of every 5. For some reason, the case that he showed, every bundle had an OCM. So eventually he just had to say like, all right, I'm just gonna, my camera battery is low again. He said eventually he was like, all right, I'm just gonna list all these out and then we'll just rip them. So he binned them, he put them up for grabs or did a flash sale. And I ended up getting one. I didn't want to buy a bundle. I don't want to buy bundles basically, but I ended up buying one. So let's see what was in my bundle. I will tell you this, the OCM, I already traded away. I already shipped it out because of the holiday that we have here. So I think he put all my papers in the sleeves. So I'm not going to go through all these papers, but hey, there's 6 packs of papers that I get to go through later. Let's take a look at what I got in my foils. I don't think I got anything worth calling home about, but we got a Cloudsman, we got a sword, we got a Vulcan Veil. Hey, we did get a copy token, so that's cool. Could always use some more of those. We got a common Progo, a Seer's Gauge, we got a Bella, we got an uncommon Abyssal, and then we got a token. So we had 3 token packs, just some common foils. Nothing to call home about. Looks like I got 2 giveaway packs, so I will rip those on my YouTube Shorts. And I think I bought this as a single, or maybe it was in one of my packs. Maybe it was a hit. I'm not sure. But the OCM that I hit was a Sunfire, I believe it's Sunfire Citadel. Again, I already traded it away, but I will put a picture here because I did take a picture of it for the trade. I always make sure any trades that I do, I take pictures of. I take pictures of the trade as well as I take picture of it with the label so you know that card went in there. So oops, all OCMs. What a fantastic night. Let's see what else I got from Hobby Club. Don't want to show you my packing slip. I think I bought some singles. No, this was some giveaways. So they are no longer giving away packs. They don't have the inventory and I don't blame them. So now they are giving away foils. So I don't know if they're just leftover foils, if you should expect anything but common foils, but we got a common foil light forge, a koi scale, and a comet cleaver. So this is pretty much what giveaway packs are going to look like, or excuse me, what givvies are going to look like from Caster. And I think I got another givvy here. Nope, this was a purchase. So I bought some singles. I got a common foil Deathsworn Gravesman, rare. And I got a foil, this must have been a givvy, Seer's Gaze, because I wouldn't have bought this. So I bought the Deathsworn Gravesman. And then last thing I bought from Hobby Club, I am so glad. There's a running joke, and I was actually kind of flattered that some folks remembered. I always joke because I don't go hard on this. I don't go hard on, wouldn't be able to if I wanted to. But I always go make the joke that I wish I could be in the same room as a Dragon Box. And ladies and gentlemen, I am finally in the same room as a Dragon Box. It is an empty Dragon Box. This is from the, not charity stream, but they were auctioning off some stuff for True Blue Ninja's wife, who is dealing with cancer. And they did some Dragon Boxes, and they auctioned off the boxes, just the box. And I thought it would be so cool to just own a box. Now, my dream would be to have box number 1013. That's a number that means something to me. So if you have 1013 and wouldn't mind trading for 984, I could sweeten the deal if you want to, but I would love to have number 1013. But just to have a Dragon Box, you know, there's only 2,700 of these. I only do big, nice, easy numbers. It is a very nice box too. And I thought, you know, I'll have it in the background. It goes to a good cause. True Blue's wife gets the money for her treatment. And honestly, I think it was a great deal. I would not have spent, I think it was $44. I would have not have spent that just if it was just a box. But since it was going to a good cause, I was like, yeah, let's do it. And that's all my whatnot purchases. I am slowing down my purchases, trying to save money for some big cards, because a lot of the big cards that I need now are over $100, many of them over $200 now. So I just got to save the money to save up for that. So, and that is not what this is. I did not pay for this big hit, this big hitty right here. So we'll see, can we put the Dragon Box right there? Probably not. It's probably not going to stay. No, not going to stay. So let me put this aside, clear up this space, and then we'll look at a couple of non-Wonders of the First trades and buys that I got so far. All right, so I got my space cleared up. The big moment. You're getting even closer to being revealed. I'm gonna put you right here. The Dragon Box kind of needs to be tilted to be shown good, or I just need better lights, but that will sit right here, right in front of Joe. Got a couple of Marvel cards that I got. Some singles here, some more for my Gwenpool collection. This one comes from the Matriarchs, I believe. And I got the base Gwenpool, which I think I already have, but I got the blue foil here. And so I got blue and black now, the Gwenpool for that set. And then also, I'm not sure if it was a giveaway or if, oh, you know what I think it was? I think I hit bronze. And with bronze, every order gets a free pack. So I got a free pack of Shang-Chi. You know, out of all the Marvel cards that I don't buy, it's the MCU ones. So let me know in the comment, should I open this or should I just keep it sealed and try to sell it? I think it's just got one card. It feels like a thick card, kind of like the flare here. It's a thick thick card. I don't know what you call this point, but it feels like it's a single thick card. Should I rip it? Should I keep it sealed? Do you want to buy it? Actually, it does say 5 cards. Okay, so 5 cards. So it is 5 cards. It just feels thick. There you go. Do you want to buy it? I don't know. This one comes from, I think this was a box break. I'm done buying single box breaks because they're so worthless for me. But there you go. There's a base Kang. I think this is my 3rd one. Anyone want a Kang from, what was it, Marvel Platinum? No, this was Topps Chrome. But yeah, so I think I already have 2 of these. This is my 3rd one. Don't really care for that. Now, I did go in on a new box break, and I am very excited for this. So I went in on a full case break of Marvel Aura, the new game. It is in Europe only, or what do they call it? UK only. So not many people have them. And I went in on a full, actually it wasn't a full case, it was 2 half case breaks. And let me tell you, literally one of them only had base Kangs. So all of these non-hits, most of these non-hits came from 1 case. I was very upset. Not upset, but disappointed. I mean, that's the game you play with these things. So you got a bunch of base Kangs, but the second half did break very nicely. In fact, I got the card, like, I was like, if I just get this one thing, I will be very happy. So I got a couple more base Kangs, but then I got silver. So this is foil essentially. So you got the base Kang, which is just base, and then you get foil, which is a little bit more shinier. I'm not sure if that shows up on camera or not. But yeah, you can really see it in the background right here. So this is what they call the silver right here. I don't know if it says on the back. Not sure. But anyways, this is the silver Kang. So it's base, but with some foiling. So it's kind of foil, but they call it silver. But then I got the aura hit. So in each box, there is an aura, a special aura. Man, that's hard to say many times over. Now there are multiple auras, the colors that there is. So again, to compare it to the base, you've got the base here. It kind of looks bigger in the One Touch. Not the One Touch, but the top loader. But the Aura has the Aura logo at the bottom. It is much more shiny. And then there are serialized hits for the Auras that are colors. And then you got like blue, pink, each one has a different one. And then I think the black one is 1 of 1. They actually hit a 1 of 1. It was a MODOK. And so it's like, man, good job MODOK Space. I think they paid $12 for it. But this is the base silver, not base, but this is the silver Aura, which is not numbered. But I'm glad I got one. Like, it's kind of like, this is the namesake of the set. So I'm glad I got a silver Kang, and then I got a silver Aura. So, you know, was it worth $30 that I paid to go into the case? I don't think so, but it was fun nonetheless. It was fun to watch it break. And so I had fun with it. I don't know if I'll go on any more Auras. I might just buy the singles as they come. And then I got one comic from a Kickstarter, The Atlantean. Issues 1 and 2. Issues 2 was the one that, you know, was really being kickstarted, and I just bought 1 for the backlog. I had no idea this was going to be mag size. Even with my camera all the way zoomed out at 0.5, you still can barely see the whole thing. I am so excited for this. This is basically like Savage Sword of Conan sized, and I am super excited to read this. I'm probably going to save it for a vacation and read it on vacation. But man, this was a nice surprise. I did not know it was going to be mag size. Shows you just how much I read it. You know, if it's recommended by some of the YouTubers I watch, it's an automatic back, especially since I'm getting into the Conan stuff. So I am very excited for this. So that is the last of my buys. I'm going to clear this Marvel stuff, and we're going to look at the trades that I got, including some new shout outs. Got some old shout outs, some new shout outs. But we'll put all this to the side. Dragon Box, you stay there. Big old trade, 1 of 1 right here so far that I know of. But it's not a stone foil. What could it be? We're going to open that up at the very end. So first we got a new trade. This is from Alex Stacks on Deck. It's got a weird name. Remarkable Hummingbird, and then some numbers on Discord. But a great trade. I think I just bought it outright. actually, but this is a Formless Foil Death Marcher Knight. Little dark. This is one of the cards that I think got some feedback, like Frenchie was saying. One of the biggest pieces of feedback was some of the cards were just too dark, and the contrast was too dark, or the exposure was too dark on the AI art. But man, I can't get this out of the thing. I want to get it out. There we go. I wanted to get it out of the bag. See if that makes it look better. Not really. But Formless Foil Death Marcher Knight. It is an epic. So, you know, I had to pay for it. But this was really, really nice. Very glad that I got that. So thank you, Alex Stacks on Deck. Next is another trade with Jangle Leg Jones on the Discord. And make sure I got all the thing out. Yeah, I'll never show the packages, so just admire the Dragon Box while I pull things out. This one was a Paper Prisoner. And boy, he drove a hard bargain. I had to trade, I think, 2 mythics for it. But now I've got the Formless Foil Rainbow. I've got a Paper Prisoner, a Common Foil Prisoner, and a Formless Foil Prisoner. And that is very nice. So thank you, Jangle Leg Jones, for that trade, because the Prisoner was my main concern. It's just going to get harder to get her. So now I'm going to focus on Nocturna. And then next was also a new purchase from a new friend, Chapman Feta. I think he's also got a different name, Juan Wick. Great name. He's Juan Wick on the Discord, Chapman Feta. But this is the Alt Art Power of Bloodlines. Funny thing is, my friend Broton hit this right the day after I got this in the mail. But yeah, I think this was another outright purchase. I don't think I traded for this. But yeah, so good stuff. Not sure what that is. I think that's the top loader, or maybe it's the sleeve. But anyways, I like it when folks sleeve it up in Dragon Shields, or man, my battery's almost dead. I gotta hurry up. But I like when they sleeve it up in Dragon Shields, the color matching sleeves. Those are just add a nice little touch. So Power of Bloodlines. Thank you for that. I'm very excited. Great purchase on that one. This one I think did not get a shout out. Did not want a shout out, so I will not shout them out. But I did trade paper for paper, mythic for mythic, I believe. So I got a Nexus Phasebringer, not Umbra, but I got this one for a deck that I'm working on for, spoiler alert, for a tournament. So glad to get this one. Orange sleeve for the Boundless, but still appreciated. All right, and next we got this was a great trade from RJ Tag. Got a Formless the First. It is going to take a lot to pry this out of my hands, even though it was a want. I now have the Formless Rainbow. I've got the paper, the common foil, and now the regular Formless foil. He actually approached me with some trades, and it was really a PC trade. He's like, look, you've got some cards that I really want for my collection. I've got this Formless First. He was lucky. He told me he ripped like 4 of these. So these were not as rare to him as they are to many of us, but very excited to get this very well packaged. And I will show you this. I don't want to show packages, but he even wrote, please do not bend. He wrote it on this side and the side with the label. So nice little touch there from RJ Tag. So very excited. I was not searching for this. He approached me and was like, hey, if you want it, you got some stuff that I want. So thank you, RJ Tag, for that. A couple other purchases from Dr. 2U. I decided I want the serialized land and I want the serialized tokens. So he had 2 Umbra tokens, the Shambler and Bone Rattle. So glad to have these tokens. I don't care about the numbers, but very nice to get number 5. That's pretty cool. This one was number 44 out of 99. So hey, if you want these numbers, I will do an even trade. I don't care. I just want the OCMs. So very glad for that. And then one more purchase from, no, 2 more here. I think this was a trade with Hanging Bananas on the Discord. Yeah, this was just a paper trade. Eye of Patria, I needed it for a deck. I traded him, I believe, 2 cards, including a Mythic. So we just did Epic and Cash, but needed this again for a deck. So that was an easy one. And then we had a trade with McCollin. I think this was a new trade on the Discord, so shout out McCollin. I got a Silent Sting OCM, 96 out of 99. Now I know some people are chasing their birth years, so if you want 96, I will trade this for any other OCM from Silence Thing. I don't care that much, but it's got to be Silence Thing because I want the OCM. And then also Alt Art Goarash. I actually traded for this, and then he was like, oh, hey, by the way, this is the Alt Art. And I'm like, that's fine because I need the Alt Art too. So I still need the Formless Goarash, but very glad to get the Alt Art. And this is an epic. So very excited. So two things I traded with McCullen on that one. So thank you, shout out. And now let's finally, before my battery dies, let's get to the hit of the week. Are you ready for this? It is a Formless Foil Prisoner, but it's not just that. It's not just that, because you'll notice it's a little beat up around the edge. And that's because this Formless Foil Prisoner comes from Frenchie. And if you are not in the Discord, quick story. What happened was Frenchie, one of the founders of Wonders, right? He's in charge of the collection wing, I guess. But Frenchie, one of the founders, bought a lot that included this Formless Foil Prisoner, and it came poorly packaged. I'll just put it that way. It came poorly packaged. So it is a little beat up around the corners. I sent him a message, and then I sent him an email. And I said, look, grading quality is not important to me. I just want one for the binder. I said, I will give you my very well, it was a great condition Formless Foil Prisoner that I traded for. I said, I'll give that to you in exchange for your beat up one. I said, but can you sign it for me? And he said, sure. And so on here, this is not just a Formless Foil Prisoner, but it also has Mr. Jeff Frenchie's signature on it. He did offer to inscribe it with something about the memory. I said, nah, man. I said, just sign it. It is good. Because I would also like to get Tinsman's signature on it. I would also like to get the artist's signature on it. But this is now probably my most treasured of my collection, is my most unique. I don't know of any other Frenchie signed prisoners out there. I will get it 2 signed, 3 signed. But I love this. Should I keep this in the mag case or should I put this in the binder? Let me know in the comments below. But I will treasure this. This will be the last thing I ever sell of this collection, if I ever sell of this collection. And not much in my collection is a forever home. This young lady, I am her forever home. So I'm very excited to get this. Very excited to get the Dragon box with this. What was your favorite part? What are you looking forward to? Is there anything of my collection that you want to trade for? Do you want one of the OCMs? Do you want one of the Marvel cards? Like and subscribe to see me rip these giveaway packs. Thank you guys for watching. And I had to wrap it up pretty quick because my battery is about to die. I'll see you all in the next video. Adios.